Hey gamers, y'all ready to help some people? Question mark. Today we're playing the Seasonal Worker DLC for Home Safety Hotline. If you're not familiar with Home Safety Hotline, this game came out earlier this year, and I live streamed the whole thing, and it's really good, and I highly recommend it. And basically, the structure of the game is that we are a remote worker doing call service, and people will call in and give us be like, hey, this something's haunting my humidifier or water bottle or straws, and you have to get in to the document, and based on the clues that they give you, like it looks like black mold, you have to go through the documents that you have in the system and figure out what is happening with them. Sometimes it's just black mold, but sometimes it's haunted black mold. So anyway, that's the sort of situation, is like you're trying to figure out what real stuff or spooky kind of fey goblin-y creatures are causing the problems. And we beat the whole thing on stream. It was incredibly fun, and I really enjoyed it. And this DLC is the Seasonal Worker DLC, which is also just a really funny structure for a DLC for this game. And it is, I think, all like winter holiday sort of stuff, which is why I've saved it until now to play through it. But it has art from fans of the stream, Valdivia and Trevor Henderson, and a bunch of other people. I meant to look up who else was in it that I knew. and was friends with and could tag. But I did not do that. So that's my bad. But I'm excited to look at the art because there's a chance we'll be like, oh yeah, I know that person, or like, oh, that's really familiar. I'm excited. I bet we will be able to pick out Valdivia's art. We probably will for Trevor's too. So I think that'll be a fun thing for us to keep a lookout for. What else? Oh, I had one of the devs from Night Signals, who were the devs that made this game, and also the game Night Signals, which we played on live stream. I had Nick Lives on my podcast, Big Game Hunger, and I pulled out the link. I'm for once in my goddamn life being responsible about promoing. Maybe. It doesn't. Oh, hold on. It wasn't letting me do it with the interface. Here we go. So let me drop that here. I'm even going to pin it. Unable to pin. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, Twitch. All right. Anyway, if you're interested, we talk a little bit about the game. We talk about horror, and then we make a very fun video game. So if you haven't listened to my show, Big Game Hunger, that's a good one to start with. It's very recent. It was only a couple weeks ago. Okay. It pinned? It told me it didn't pin. All right. It's pinned for y'all. Okay, so the pinning works, but the pin notifications don't. That's fine. All right, let's hop in. It's worth noting that the last time we played this game, there was a lot of discussion. I made some choices that I think the crowd disagreed with, and vice versa. And I'm open to that happening again. So that's just that's what I have to say about that. That was really fun and funny for me. Home Safety Hotline Seasonal Worker. Here we go. That's me. I'm Rebecca. Seasonal Worker Rebecca. Okay. Oh, that just opens the actual Night Signal Discord. That's really funny. Okay. Got the credits. Awesome. Ah, okay. I know Llewellyn. I didn't know they did art for this. I don't know if I know Omega Black. Okay. I'll have to tell Lou that I played this game. I'll have to peep the art they made. Okay. Awesome. All right. Options. Let me know when we get into the actual game. Let me know if the audio is enough, because there is like audio clues. Welcome back. All of us here at HSH are ever grateful for your annual service during one of our busiest and most vital working weeks. While we only get to experience your talent for 1 week every year, we just want you to know you're highly valued here, an important member of the HSH family. Best of luck this year, Rebecca. We're all counting on you. We get an email from Rodney saying, Rebecca, dog, I heard you were back in the office today. You aren't going to forget about coming to say hi to your best pal Rodney from IT, are you? I know you wouldn't dare forget. Remember, I got serious dirt on you, dog. Some of us actually remember last year's Christmas party. I can tell exactly how old this person is because they still do the XD face. Anyway, glad to have you back. See you around. Rodney. Incredible. I love to see the XD face in the wild. Oh, no, you know what? I'm wrong. It's 1996. That's accurate emoji vernacular. This is the equivalent of, like, when you watch stuff from the 1920s and they really lay on the 1920s slang so that you know what it is. It's like, oh, the coppers are going to get us. That's what this emoji is. It is carbon dating this email to 1996. Yeah, Lady Thor, exactly. There should be a little, one of the Rafflecopter ASCIIs in the bottom in his signature. Daily Twilight Report. Phenomena first sighted at Nunavut was approximately 0400 hours. Estimated proximity is around 300,000 miles or a bigger number from kilometers. Current risk profile, low to moderate. All right. You think we're going to see Santa? You think we're going to see Santa today? Is there a chance? Geosdi, where do you know the word Nunavut from? It's your birthday in the game. That's so funny. Lady Thor, is your birthday haunted? Loud. Welcome, employee. To begin shift, click the clock. All right. Ooh, hoo, hoo. God, I'm not going to remember any. Oh my God. The call. It's Jingle Bells.
It is I, Carol.
It's
It is
Carol.
good to have
She's
you back in our
back.
employ, Rebecca. Thou art a lifesaver every season, and thy yearly return is appreciated as always. I, of course, have no need to tell you how things work here, but I will remind you that we are hosting our annual office Christmas party again the day after Christmas. It would please me to see you there. We're all counting on you, Rebecca.
Why do I feel like I'm going to be sacrificed at the Christmas party? I mean, clearly I've made it through other Christmas parties. I'm happy to see Carol again. All right, we've got antler growths. Antler growths are a family of fungi known for growing in tall antler-like arrangements, often seen growing on decomposing humans or mammals. Sufficiently large growth can induce motor movement in their host. No, I haven't had enough time.
Can you send over an electrician? Our lights keep flickering off, and we're trying to get our Christmas tree ready for when our folks arrive.
Yes, Gerard. I'll help you in a moment. Let me put you on hold.
Please hold.
This is going to be the longest hold this man has ever experienced. Antler growths are not dangerous on their own, but the movements they induce in their chosen hosts can often result in hazardous behavior towards living creatures in its vicinity, such as clawing, grabbing, or biting. To prevent antler growth from occurring during decomposition, it is advisable to burn the remains of the deceased or to otherwise bury the deceased at least 6 feet beneath the soil to ensure maximum safety from potential hazardous behaviors. Okay. Attic gnome, our own friend. Avalanches. Geo's die. I'm really hoping that happens. I think she's the dev. She helped develop the game. She's the voice of it. I don't know. I guess where your boundaries lie around game devmanship it varies. Avalanches are large quantities of rapid-moving snow, usually occurring in steep slope environments such as mountains or hills. Homeowners experiencing an avalanche often report shaking, thunderous sounds coming from above, or sudden burials. Avalanches are highly dangerous to most mammals or humans caught in their wake, as direct impact will often instantly crush or maim soft-bodied creatures. Avalanches can also quickly bury or blockade entrances or windows to a home, burying those inside and potentially leading to asphyxiation. At the first sign of an avalanche, homeowners are advised to stay indoors, preferably away from windows, and wait for the avalanche to pass. If buried, homeowners are advised to make contact, if possible, and await rescue. Homeowners can increase their chances of survival by refraining from burning away precious oxygen via starting fires or screaming. Clock, or possibly cloche. Cloches are large circular stone formations known to appear around homes during the winter. Homeowners with cloches often report clear skies, a feeling of instability and sinking. Highly hazardous to homes and their inhabitants, as the ground in the center of the formation will gradually sink lower until a deep pit is formed, damaging a home's foundation in the process and preventing homeowners from leaving. Homeowners wishing to prevent damage to their home are advised to seek the aid of the ones conducting the cloche. bringing either an offering of gold or their firstborn child. If no negotiations are possible, it is advisable to vacate the home as soon as possible. Damn. That sucks. Dwarves? Dwarves are small, rock-like creatures known for creating and living in underground burrows, sometimes extending into human homes. Homeowners with dwarf infestations will often report increased heat in their homes, clattering or banging sounds, and finding rubble or holes in basements or cellars. Homeless to most mammals, with their diet consisting mostly of insects, soil, and rock, burrowing activities often cause foundational problems or structural damage to the home. Dwarves can be dissuaded from tunneling into a home by placing clippings of parasitic plants such as mistletoe or rattles in or around cellars and basement. Active infestations should be handled by HSH's pest control services. Elves are humanoid creatures with pointed ears that often inhabit large-scale human social gatherings under the guise of being forgotten friends, family, or acquaintances. Fun. I love that. Homeowners who make direct contact with elves often report headaches, nausea, or lightheadedness. Elves are known to lower immune responses of humans they come into direct contact with, often leading to contracting a variety of illnesses, resulting in long-term hazards or fatal consequences. To prevent or minimize contact with elves, it is advisable homeowners do not interact with anyone they do not recognize at social functions, especially those claiming to have a history of personal connection with them. It is also advised to keep social functions to a minimum or to closely supervise the attending parties to prevent unwanted intrusions. False carolers, so fun. That's a crow. This looks like Trevor art for sure. Yeah, I feel, and I'm with you. I feel like each one of these entries could be its own fun little short horror story. They kind of are, but you could like build them out just a whole series. I love the idea of false carolers. It's so funny. False carolers are flocks of feathered humanoid creatures draped in many layers of clothing that are known for their pleasant singing vocalizations and for approaching the entrances of homes after dark. Homes afflicted by false carolers often report sounds of singing, missing neighbors, or large feathers appearing around neighborhood doorsteps. False carolers pose a very direct threat to humans and animals, as they are known to carry away anything that comes close enough to them, away to their nesting grounds to feed their young. If false carolers are suspected to be present in a neighborhood, all homeowners in the affected area, I regret doing that, should stay locked inside their home until sunrise. As long as their chosen feeding ground remains fruitful, false carolers will return to the same feeding grounds each night. Most false carolers will move on to other territories after a few consecutive nights of unsuccessful hunts. For more persistent infestations, it is highly advisable to utilize HSH's pest control services. Oh, forgotten Bogart. This is sad. Nobody invited them to Christmas. That's so tragic. Wild roaming subspecies of Bogart that are untethered from memory. What? They're known to dwell in uninhabited outdoor locations such as forests or mountains until they find new homes with those that are capable of witnessing and discussing them. Homeowners that have attracted a forgotten Bogart often report strange sightings and an obsession with discovery. Forgotten Bogarts are harmless to those unaware or indifferent to their existence. No, why did you tell me about them then? Why did you tell me? But are at the risk of inhabiting the homes of those with an interest in discovering them and discussing them, thereby increasing the risk of hazardous activity. It's a meme. It's a mimetic SCP, such as flooding, firing, or electric outages. Well, it is advised homeowners do not dwell on the possibility of nearby forgotten Bogarts, any forgotten Bogart sightings, or on any thoughts of forgotten Bogarts to prevent them from inhabiting one's home. Never speak of a forgotten Bogart! Zixogen, you're not that late. We're still going over the new ones. Okay. Mountain Warlock. Mountain warlocks resemble elderly human men. They're known to lie dormant in their high evolution domains until the winter solstice. Upon waking, their thunderous vocalizations can be heard for miles around. Homeowners affected by mountain warlocks often report echoes, rumbling, or shaking, or occasional avalanches. Mountain warlocks are highly territorial and pose a direct mortal threat to any humans or animals that settle or wander near their domain. Their earth-shaking incantations can additionally cause severe damage to a home's foundation. Cannot be safely removed by human force, but due to their severely dangerous presence, it is highly advised that homeowners utilize HSH's pest control services as soon as possible. It's strongly implying that HSH's pest control services are not human. So, hey Queerman, thank you for the resubscribe. Pine sprites are a small green subspecies of sprites known for inhabiting pine trees. Homeowners with pine sprites often report rustling sounds or finding pin needles or sap in strange places. Harmless if left to their own devices, though their behavior can turn hazardous if their homes are disturbed. They've been known to sometimes cause fires or electrical shortages when electrical devices such as lights are introduced to their homes. This is the one. Pine sprites keep their chosen homes for their entire 160, 180-year lifespan, so it is advised to avoid disturbing them by refraining from decorating any tree they have inhabited. Homeowners may choose to safely relocate an inhabited tree away from their home, utilizing the pest control services. Now, I guess I should look at the rest of them. It's obviously this, though, right? Red nose. Oh, no! Red nose is a seasonal illness characterized by the primary symptoms of a red berry-like growth emerging from the mammalian proboscis. Most commonly occurs in wild animals, can be transferred to humans via the spores it releases when it's blossomed. This is for sure a Val one. Surely. Red nose, while painful during the growth stage, is generally harmless to humans and animals alike with proper rest and care. Red nose will go away on its own after it has blossomed. To prevent red nose from spreading, it is advisable to quarantine the affected creature. Sinking foundation. Pretty much what it sounds like is my guess. Wide variety of causes that can lead to homes becoming damaged over time or eventually sinking and collapsing entirely. Homeowners experience sinking foundations often report cracks in walls or ceilings, uneven floors, or drains not working properly. Present a severe mortal danger to both a home and its inhabitants, as their instability and eventual collapse can cause a wide variety of hazardous situations to those entramping within. I like that we've gotten a couple of new haunts that have to do with sinking houses. Some good fun overlap. Seems fine. Snow golems are large humanoid mounds of snow that are capable of moving on their own. Homeowners experience snow golem infestations commonly report wet floors, power outages, recently faulty or broken heaters, or strange snow formations inside the home. Can provide hazardous to humans in a variety of ways. Their tendency to target home heaters, especially during hazardous freezing weather, can cause medical issues such as frostbite or hypothermia. Direct contact with a snow golem, while it is in pursuit of its target, is frequently fatal. Shit. When caught early, snow golems can simply be removed from a home by turning up the heat in a home to speed up their melting process and blocking easy access to home heaters or fireplaces. If snow golems succeed in removing potential heat sources from a home, contact HSH. Fucking funny. Sugar wisps? Oh, that's just candy. That's just candy. These aren't a ghost, or a spooky spirit or anything. These are just candy. Sugar wisps are an invisible subspecies of wisp known for their sweet plum-like aroma and its ability to influence the dreams and appetites of humans. Homeowners afflicted by sugar wisps often report an intense craving for sweets, dreams of dancing orbs, and malnourishment. Sugar wisps can be quite hazardous to humans' health thanks to their influence on their victims' preferred diet. Sustained exposure to sugar wisps can lead to mild to severe medical problems ranging from tooth decay and diabetes to starvation. Sugar wisps can be dissuaded from influencing their chosen victims by blocking access to the victim's sense of smell. Homeowners are advised to utilize nose plugs or similar apparatus while they sleep until the sugar wisp eventually departs on its own. Is the implication that they're kind of... You know what I mean? They're kind of getting up in there, you know? Time wisps. Time wisps are subspecies of wisps that appear as faint, candle-like lights with friendly visage. They are known to temporarily displace objects and persons in time and are most active at night. Homeowners that have experienced time wisps often report feeling a newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or immense existential dread. Okay, well... That's so funny. Time wisps' tendency towards temporal displacement, while sometimes beneficial, can often result in causing intense anxiety or stress in those who have witnessed their fates to be. Change your ways! Time wisps will pass through on their own in the course of a single night, and no further action is required. I love that one. The twilight is an annual reoccurring phenomenon known for its diet of fear and suffering. Should it find sufficient satiation in these cravings during its time spent in our cosmic proximity, it will proceed to consume all things that dwell above and below the soil. What? What? The twilight is a severe existential threat to all living things so long as it finds sufficient feeding material. Its hunger should avoid being sated at all costs. So long as it finds sufficient feeding material, its hunger should avoid being sated at all costs. The twilight should be kept from its desires at all costs until it moves past. To prevent its feeding, all manner of fear, agony, and suffering should be avoided or mitigated. When at all possible on the calendar days of its proximity between December 21st and 25th, it is advisable to spread as much cheer, celebration, and merriment during this time as is feasible. So funny. So funny. I love this. Okay. I love that a lot. And that explains, because we got an email about the Northern Lights, which must be the twilight. This guy has got pine sprites, though, so we'll just knock this out. You're welcome. Okay. That guy was on hold for like 20 minutes. I'm glad I just emailed him the results instead of having to talk to him.
Oh, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Expect for more. Send someone over quickly.
It's huge. I saw it. Okay, we heard a sound.
Oh, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Expect for more. Send someone over quickly.
Is it just a mouse? Is there a chance it's just a mouse? Yeah, Mechtel, there was a mouse that was trying to convince us to run. I think this is just a mouse. Hey, Minkiki. She did scream over the sound I needed to hear to diagnose this, which is not, it's just like not ideal. If you're calling a helpline, you know, you need to help them help you. I think it's just a mouse. Isn't it so cute? It's like such an iconic mouse. I think this is just a mouse. I guess we'll see. Lacking any more specific information. We won't know until the end. It's probably fine. It probably wasn't a mountain warlock, so I feel okay about that. Should I check? I don't know. Part of me is like, I should check other documents. I don't think the cheer level changes until between days, but I actually don't remember.
I think some kids are building some forts on our property. I'm looking at a bunch of big tall mounds outside our house, just coming from about every angle. I need someone to come and take these down for me. I'd do it myself, but I'm currently recovering from a back injury after slipping on something wet in my living room this morning.
Interesting.
Please hold.
Okay, so my instinct was, cloche. But I'm wondering if they're not snow mounds. Or do we think the wet thing in her house is a red herring? It's probably these. If she's surrounded and it's outside, this has got to be what it is. Big tall mounds. Yeah, she doesn't say there's snow. It's got to be cloche. It's got to be cloche. Well, I was thinking snow golems potentially, because they are kind of mound-like in the imagery. But the fact that she says surrounded basically from every angle, coming from just about every angle, implies to me more of a cloche. I know the wet floors. It's happening. It's already happening. I know. I think there are more clues hinting at cloche than snow golems. The fact that there are wet floors is tempting. We commonly report wet floors power outages. Oh, it does say strange snow formations outside the home. Well, okay. I am leaning towards snow golem now. Strange snow formations outside the home. Yeah, okay. Ooh, wait, do we want to vote on it? I'll make a vote. No, that's not an option. It can only be one or the other gold stars. Oh, you know what? You know what we should do? We should do predictions. The next time we have one like this that's really dicey, I'll do a prediction. Yeah, Geosty, it's a creature. You never heard about a creature before? Next time I'll do a prediction. Is it going? Is the poll going? Okay, it is. Normally OBS pops up and tells me it's going, but I guess everything's being a little fussy today. To be clear, I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna input whatever answer y'all come up with. I've got my own selection. This is just for you. Diana, that's what I'm thinking, is that one melted or left a puddle of water while it was melting. Okay. Yeah, most of you think it's snow golem. That's fair. That's fair. I'm with you on this one. We'll go snow golem. Also, as a heads up, I really only use Twitter anymore for posting going live notifications, and just increasingly I'm just not going to do that. And like new video updates and stuff like that, like I'm only really using Twitter for updates like that, but probably going to stop doing that because people are finally like fully abandoning it, so I get to fully abandon it. So if you don't already follow me on like Blue Sky or follow my Patreon, I post a lot of stuff. There's a free rank in Patreon where you just get like public posts that I make. And so that is a good way of keeping up with like new video drops.
The wild man is real. I've seen him. I've seen him. I know you people know about things like this. I know what you really do. I have photos. We can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know. Please, help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me.
I know he's been tracking me. Okay. Can I see the photos or like, nah? Right? He has photos. Let me see the photos. This is the problem with it being 1996 and him calling in. Anyway, I dropped a link to my Blue Sky. So Blue Sky is just like, yeah, it's the same format as Twitter. And it's been sort of in the middle, but in the last like couple of months, it has really, really popped off. After Twitter got banned in Brazil, basically, it is reaching like Twitter levels of usage now. So it's a cool place to be. I'm just saying. Anyway, follow me there. I post anything I post on Twitter, I post there as well. And also more things than I post on Twitter. So check that out. And hold on, I'll drop my Patreon link as well. BCB Party isn't on Blue Sky. I guess it should be 2% gold. I'm only posting on Tumblr when it comes to BCB Party, which is really funny. I think American tech bros don't realize how big and populous and active Brazil is. Like, I just think they haven't thought about the numbers and they just don't consider it. And it's like, you fucking idiots. BCBP is very Tumblr coded. It's true. And people are very active with the site on Tumblr. Anyway, there's my Patreon link. Like I said, there is you can follow the Patreon for free and get access to all like the public posts I make. And if I'm ever publishing like a video on YouTube or TikTok or something that's public like that, I will post it on Patreon. And there's videos that are Patreon exclusive for subscribers, but there's also videos that are like only on TikTok or on Patreon. So this is just something I'm trying out in order to keep my YouTube SEO clear, keep the algorithm happy. It's such a little baby on YouTube, but you have to do such annoying little stuff like this. But like I recently posted a review of a game I enjoyed called Foul Damage. So stuff like that. So so even if you don't want to subscribe to my Patreon, you should still sign up for the Patreon, and then you'll see anytime I'm doing like conventions, I'll post about it there. Anytime I've got like public stuff. I do quite a lot of public stuff, so it's worth signing up. IMO. Foul damage? No. Foul damage like FOWL. It is a pun on fall damage, which is really fun. Okay, the wild man is real. I've seen him. God, I wish I could see these photos.
Please hold.
I mean, I kind of assume he's talking about the mountain warlock. Oh, that's true, Lanceheart. Not everywhere. Lanceheart, not every Patreon user has access to gift subs yet. They're just rolling it out now. I do have access to gift subs. In fact, I'm going to make a post about it at the end of this week. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be a public post, and there will be some other stuff on there that you're going to want to see. Also, not to get you too hyped, but I did some freelancing with a news company earlier this year. To doing a video essay. It's quite a long video essay, and it is a banger. I could not be happier how it turned out, and it's finally dropping next week, I believe Tuesday. It's really good. It is a really, really good. It's an incredible video, first of all, but I got some really primo interviews, and I've just had to like sit on this for months, and it's been so obnoxious. But the video is really good. It turned out really good. Yeah, gold stars, yes. It's longer than I normally do. It's like 20-25 minutes. It was supposed to be 20 minutes, and then I was like, you tell me what I cut. You tell me what I cut from this video. And they were like, okay, I guess it'll be 25 minutes. But it's really, really, really good. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. So, again, that'll be a public video. So if you follow my Patreon, I will post links to it when it drops, and you can check it out then. It will not be posted on my YouTube channels. It will be posted on the News Org's channels. So again, yeah, I'll post about it on Blue Sky. I'll make a snap judgment of whether I'm going to post it on Twitter. It might depend on where their social media ats me. I will definitely make a Patreon post about it though. So if you're worried about missing it, that's the best thing to do. It's really good. It's really good. It is. I think it is a top tier. It's amongst my most favorite video essays that I've done. Just because I got some killer interviews. Will I make a community post on YouTube? Probably not. I don't really fuck around with YouTube's community stuff. I know I should. I should treat YouTube more as a social media platform than a video repository, which is how I treat it now. But there's just a lot. There's just a lot of social media platforms. And I'm mortal, and I have other things to do with my life sometimes. Wild man. I lacking more information about Chester's photos and stuff. I have to assume it's a mountain warlock, but I don't know. There's nothing else that makes me think it's the mountain warlock, but I don't know what other wild men. I mean, we can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know, please. Help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me. Actually, it might be a frozen boggart. Hey, Detective Hoops. Yeah, your friend Otusco. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Well, Gold Stars, we haven't unlocked all of the... Like, there is still entry... Wait, is there an entry? Oh, this entry inaccessible? Because they're in alphabetical order? Could be Santa. We'll just have to be nice and see if he's on our list. Wait a minute. I'm checking. I've got a list. I'm checking it twice. Am I Santa? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe there often report strange sightings and an obsession with discovery. Okay, yeah. It's gotta be the boggart. Satan Claus, no! No! On my first day back for seasonal work? No, thank you. Oh.
Please help. Can't move. Too weak. Need more. Need more.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Detective Hoops, that sounds incredible. What is this movie? Please tell me this movie. I would love to see Jack Black play Satan. I feel like that would really solve something in me. Okay. You think Candy, Sugar Baby, Sugar Wisp? It could be Sugar Wisp. Let's look at the Sugar Wisp. There's nothing like specific that makes me think of it. You think this person is starving? Like they've got malnutrition and that's why they can't move? It's not a bad option. It's probably not Time Wisps or the Twilight or Snow Golems. Probably not Pine Strites. Not a Mountain Warlock. Probably not the Horde. Nothing really to suggest that it's elves, but it could be. Probably not dwarves. Probably not an avalanche. Movie is called Dear Santa. It's not called Dear Satan? Okay. Dear Santa. I'm super curious about this movie. I guess, I mean, of the new haunts that we've got, I do think Sugar Wisps makes the most sense. If I was starving, a help hotline is not who I would call first. I would call maybe McDonald's. I would call my good friend Wendy's. But I guess maybe this person has been afflicted quite intensely. Yeah, of the new ones we've gotten, I do think Sugar Wisp seems like the most sense. Maybe he misdialed. Maybe he butt dialed. I guess. Okay. I do wish there was more clarity of how many non-new seasonal stuff we're supposed to get versus all of the other things, because it's hard to know if I should be focusing on the holiday seasonal stuff or if I should be looking at all of the options. But let's go Sugar Wisp. Let's go Sugar Wisp, and we'll just deal with the repercussions. We did it! And turn the music volume just down, just a tad. These candies look really satisfying.
Yeah. So, there's strange noises coming from our basement. I don't know what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night. I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
Poop. Please hold.
Please hold.
I'm thinking dwarves. I'm thinking dwarves. You think mice?
Yeah. So, there's strange noises coming from our basement. I don't know what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night. I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
Yeah, it might just be mice again. It might just be mice again. The fact that they take the time to say worthless is really funny to me. Mice are small, worthless rodents. Small round droppings. Okay, I think it's mice again. I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's funny to me, I guess, that some people are dealing with, like, snow golems and boggarts. And then, but a lot of these people just have fucking mice. Detective Hoops, I don't know about that, but there was like somebody who used to work for the call center who 100% accuracy. Hot damn. There were 2 mice that round. 2 of the 5 people had mice. A double mouse day, yeah. Who here in the chat has actually worked for any sort of like phone service? I had to do when I first graduated college, I had worked at a job where it was a call center. I had to call automotive shops and ask them to fill out a survey. It was fine work. It's like minimum wage. You call, you sit, you call, you have people fill out the survey. Most of them hung up on you, but that's fine. Here's what I hated about it is there's 2 things I hate about it. First is that the person who ran it, she was a nice lady, but she never learned my name. She called me Jess because my initials are Jes. And she just like never learned that my name was Jenna. And that's totally fair because it was definitely like you had your lifers who were there long term and this was their job. Almost all women. A lot of them, like, this was like just like a part-time job for some money. And people who were there for like 1 term and then were like, this blows. That was weird. The thing I hated most about it is that you couldn't do anything between calls. So you just had to like sit there listening to the phone ring, waiting for someone to pick up. And then when you pick up, suddenly you're talking to somebody and you're doing a thing. But like while it's ringing and while you're doing stuff in between it, you weren't allowed to do anything. And I got in trouble a couple of times because I would bring like a Sudoku or like a crossword and like be discreetly doing it in my lap, waiting for the calls to happen. And then if I got clocked, I would get in trouble. And it's like nothing happened because it's like, what are you going to do? Fire me? Okay. But it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're not like me and not willing to break the rules because like you need this job and you need this money, then it's just an absolute nightmare. Just a fucking nightmare. I have to assume, well, Rojo Mild, it's a good question. I never really understood it anyway. I guess it's because like you're not supposed to have fun on company time, or it's like it's de-incentivizing actually talking to people. I don't know why. I don't know why. It feels like the same thing as like, why not have like cashiers have chairs where it's like, this is work, so it has to be unpleasant and you have to be having a bad time. It's just like, be a little human. Like, be just like a little human about this. Anyway, I did it for one like term, and I was like, I just never showed up again. I felt sort of bad. There was one woman, one of the lifers, as soon as I started, like the first day, within the first 10 minutes, she was like, give me a ride home today. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're kind of going to the same area. But it was one of those things where it's like, I could tell she was just like, new blood. I got to get in there early, get this person to give me a ride home, doing it. And it was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I really appreciated how well she could see the structure of how everything was, and was just like, all right, she's a nice lady. Yo, check this out, from Rodney. Dude, did you see this yet? Everyone keeps forwarding it to me. I can't tell if they're taking it seriously or not, but either way, it's hilarious. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. Important, forward, important, send this to 5 friends immediately. Stop. On this day, December 23rd, 25-year-old Alice Prairie fell into a lake and drowned while ice skating. If you don't forward this to 5 other people, by tonight, you will drown in the next lake you visit. Do we think Rodney thinks this is true and is just trying to play it off like it's not, or... Queerman, I don't know. That's a good question about whether or not people would have fidget toys. I have to assume it would be the same thing where it's just like anything that gives you relief, anything that's not making calls, it might not be allowed. I don't know. It's just like terrible. Phenomena cited in Manitoba at approximately 1,200 hours. Estimated is, okay, same size or same proximity. Risk profile moderate. All right, y'all ready? 2 days until Christmas. Hey, to you, atheist. Carol, give me entry access. Carol, I'm good for it. Show me Santa. Show me Santa. Come on, Carol.
Greetings, Rebecca. It is Carol again. There have been reports of some new activity, so we have gone ahead and made some new information available to thee. I pray things are going well thus far. Thou knowest as well as I what is at stake. I do hope to see thee soon, Rebecca.
Thanks, Carol. Love you. Frost wisps. Frost wisps are a subspecies of wisp that commonly take on the appearance of semi-transparent crystallized orbs. Report shivering sensations, a chill in the air in otherwise warm places, and sudden lingering thoughts of their own mortality. Yeah, I crushed that double mice day.
I need someone to come fix our windows. I fear there's a terrible draft coming in, and I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch a cold. I'm hosting at least 20 additional family members, and I need this place locked tight for their sakes. I've already caught something dreadful during our last hosted function, and I don't intend for it to happen again.
This might be
Please
elves.
hold.
This lady might be elves. Somebody in the chat did talk about replacing windows early on. Frost wisps are harmless to most mammals and humans in their vicinity as long as they keep their distance, but direct contact can cause hazardous effects such as frostbite. Frost wisps will remain in a home so long as homeowners continue to linger on dreadful thoughts such as mortality or the prospect of decomposition. Homeowners are advised to distract themselves with any manner of cheerful activity, food, or friendly company to keep such thoughts at bay. For more persistent West inspiration. Hans! Oh my god, it's a little guy. Hey, Laughing Crow. Yes, doing my best. Thank you for the resubscribe. Hans is a human-shaped husk of cloth, rags, and straw known for sneaking into homes and domains of the wealthy, affluent, and fortunate. Homes occupied by Hans commonly suffer symptoms such as the appearance of strange markings, the faint sounds of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. While Hans does not directly harm those he crosses paths with, Hans can negatively impact the lives of homeowners should he complete the process of occupation. Occupied human adults may commit acts they do not condone, including more hazardous behaviors such as murder, debauchery, and arson. Homeowners should swiftly evacuate any house suspected of Hans occupation. Should a family member or loved one be successfully occupied by Hans, it is advised to contact pest control services. Ooh, we got a Lucy. We got a Lucy up in here. Lucy is a semi-solid humanoid creature vaguely resembling a pale human woman known for slipping inside homes during hailstorms. Homeowners often report a slimy, semi-transparent substance near openings such as doors, windows, air ducts, and chimneys. Lucies can be quite hazardous to any humans or pets that cross its path, as Lucy is known to steal the warmth of warm-blooded mammals, often leaving behind their crumbled, frozen remains. Detective Hoops, good luck. Maybe we'll get some more, we'll unlock some more stuff that'll make that viable. It's highly advisable to quietly hide all warm-blooded inhabitants of a home if Lucy is suspected to be present and wait patiently for it to pass through on its own. Goopy. The mare. The mare is a skeletal, horse-like humanoid draped in a variety of tinsels and fabrics. It is known for its distinctive song-like screeching and its tendency to approach the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners often report the sound of wailing, screeching, or singing. The mare poses little to no danger to humans or animals, but has been known to consume large amounts of a home's food and beverage if invited inside. The mare cannot be disrupted while feasting. Poses no direct threats and can be invited in to let it feast until it's contented, at which point it will leave on its own, and it could be safely ignored if homeowners are willing to bear with the noises it creates for a few hours. Use of earplugs or soundproof materials can assist homeowners who do not wish to invite the mare into their homes. Chat, would you let the mare in? Would you let the mare in? Avoiding bears? Yes, same. I will do you no harm, but I will consume your goods. Ogress are large 8 to 10 foot cave-dwelling creatures typically only active at high elevations during the winters. Homeowners typically do not experience an ogress directly, but rather report other consequences of its presence, such as Yule men or Yule cats. Saucy Sorcerer, thank you for the resubscribe. In some rare instances, an ogress will see fit to visit a home if they fail to acquire their targets through other means. Due to their size, their subsequent entrance to a home can provide catastrophic to a home's roofing, foundations, and its inhabitants. To prevent an ogress from entering a home, it is highly advised to avoid escalating their activities by following Yuleman's access to a home. Okay. Homeowners that wish to avoid the attention of an ogress in the first place can reinforce and advise benevolent behavior in their children. All right, I'm going to skip right to the Yule cats and Yule men since they're related. I'm also going to critical cheer immunity. Fucking funny. Okay. How do I just don't want to listen to this music anymore. Okay. I'll put it low. Okay. Yule cats are, oh, they're big. Oh, look at how big they is. Yule cats are large feline-like creatures known for prowling populated high-elevation areas during the winter. Yeah. They feed primarily on various textiles and fabrics. Let them eat. Homeowners experiencing Yule cats often report sounds of hissing, growling, large paw prints in the snow, and missing clothes or neighbors. Yeah. Detective Hoops says, and I just want everybody to take this in, she hands on my Lucy till I enforce benevolent behavior in my children. You did it, Detective Hoops. Hello, Jubileesbian. Hello, welcome to the chat, Jubileesbian. That's what they sound like, Snake Lady. Yule cats' diets of fabric can provide quite hazardous to clothed homeowners if caught in their path. That's right, if you see a big cat in the snow, strip. And due to their size and speed, most human adults and children will not survive these sorts of encounters. Yule cats' strength also allows them to easily break into homes in search of food if sufficiently hungry, damaging doors and windows in the process. If a Yule cat is suspected to be active in the area, homeowners should take quick action to leave out a variety of fabric and textiles within a safe distance outside the home. It is advised to deliver these fabrics completely unclothed. So we're getting into some like Dyatlov Pass kind of vibes, right? What if the Dyatlov Pass people just experienced a Yule cat and they were like, we've got to strip all our clothes off and run? Yule men are a subspecies of gnome that appear as small, hairy humanoids with pointed craniums that are often seen traveling in packs of 13 or more. Homeowners infested with Yule men report broken report broken windows, stolen food, sounds of clattering or giggling, or more rarely missing pets or children. Yulemen are harmless to adult humans, so it's fine. Can be a safety hazard for household pets that are small enough to eat, and human children who are attracted to the attention of an ogress, who have attracted the attention of an ogress. Yulemen will typically leave a home on their own once satisfied with their taking. To prevent Yulemen from entering one's home, board up windows and close off sufficiently large opening as chimneys. But in most cases, this is highly inadvisable. Winter fur. Oh my god, it's a face. Winter fur is a highly contagious seasonal virus known to cause the rapid growth of white hair-like follicles across an infected individual's face, body, and eyes. Commonly found in mammals and contracted through direct contact with the infected. I don't know if this is a Val image, but this feels like a Val infection, right? This feels like something Val would have as a backstory. Subsequent blindness caused by winter fur can create more hazardous conditions and reduce quality of life for those infected. Winter fur is also known to attract other dangerous pests, such as a variety of ticks and fleas. Do I see a secret signature? I don't. Well, I mean, there's a V here. We can check the credits when we're done with the day. Subsequent blindness caused by, okay, so blindness, create more hazardous conditions, reduce quality of life. Once winter fur has completed its growth, it can be mitigated with using any variety of traditional shaving equipment, such as razors, to reduce the chance of attracting ticks or fleas. Infected individuals should be quarantined from other parties indefinitely to avoid spread. Indefinitely? Okay. Once it's completed its growth, it can be mitigated using any variety. Mitigated, but not cured? So this just make you a Yeti? This is a Yeti disease? And if you haven't caught it, you only haven't caught it Yeti? Yule goat. Oh my god, it appears on toast? Whatever, chat. Yule goats are goat-shaped apparitions that can sometimes occur in a home during winter. Homeowners experience Yule goats often report strange coincidences, citing shapes of goats throughout the house, and imagined sounds of bleeding. Last year, I went to IKEA around winter, and they had straw Yule goats for sale, and I didn't buy one, and it's the biggest regret of my life, probably. I guess I should go back. I should go back to the IKEA and see if they got them back in stock. I looked online, and they just don't sell them online. They had some weird, like, wooden decorative Yule goats. Would I have set it on fire? If I had been thinking about it, I would have bought 2 for just that purpose. One for me and one for the winter holiday, you know? You got one last year, 2% gold. I'm so jealous. Okay. Often report strange coincidences, citing shapes of goats throughout the house and imaginary sounds of bleeding. Yule goats are not directly harmful to humans or animals, but their prolonged presence can often cause paranoia or sleep deprivation in affected homeowners, which can sometimes lead to careless household accidents such as fires. I deactivated Tool Time during Halloween because I knew we were going to be playing some topic-sensitive video games, and it felt to me like it might be somewhat insensitive at moments if the Tool Time was activated. Because like there are parts of mouth washing that if that had been activated, and like I trust chat to be chill about using it, but I was like, it's easier to trust if I use the system to prevent such a thing. So it was just one of those things. I guess I'll have to decide whether or not to turn it back on. Because I think we're past all of the sensitive stuff. Tool Time, I have an alert where chat can make the Tim Allen Tool Time sound. And it is fun, but it can be disruptive. I don't want James Sunderland to be more relatable, Trilobite agent, so you're just reinforcing my choice. Yule goats are not directly harmful to humans or animals, but their prolonged presence can often cause paranoia or sleep deprivation in affected homeowners, which can sometimes lead to careless household accidents like fires. Yes, Cactus Corp, that's exactly what it is. One of my favorite things is seeing chat try to convert the sound into letters. As soon as Yule goat is suspected to be present in a household, a humble offering of wheat or straw can be made in appeasement. Easy. Simple. I feel like I should switch out. I feel like I also hit a level where I just, like, was good at the tool time sound. And so part of me is like, should I substitute it for another sound? And if so, what good sounds are there? Both these are all really good. really good visualizations. I like that everybody agrees it starts with the U. That seems to be very consistent. And then from there, it just like, it really goes off the deep time. The deep time goes off the deep end. Okay, this person, they said there's a draft coming in, but they also talked a lot about having lots of big gatherings. Caught something dreadful during the last hosted function. My first gut is to say that it's elves, but she did mention a draft. I think it's our windows. Well, okay, she doesn't say there's a draft. She says, I fear there's a terrible draft coming in, and I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch a cold. It's hard because it's like, there is a draft which feels like it's a clue, but she doesn't say there's a draft. She says she's worried there's a draft, which makes me think it's elves. Makes me think it's elves. No, I think I'm Trial by Agent, there's a lot in Silent Hill that is up for debate, and there's a lot of ways to interpret a lot of the stuff that happens, but he did definitely kill his wife. Like, there's not much, like, core concrete stuff that I know really happened, but, like, I know they really went to Silent Hill and stayed by Toluca Lake. I know she actually died. Like, these are the sorts of things. There are some core things. Like, it's not just he blamed himself. It's not just that he had, like, survivor's guilt or something like that. I mean, it could be Lussie, but there's no... Didn't mention any slimy stuff. And there's no... She doesn't report any broken windows. I think it's elves. I think I'm gonna go with elves. I think it's elves. I don't know what else necessarily it would be. James's bodies are all over the place? Wait, what do you mean? Was it a mercy killing? Up for debate. There's a bunch of bodies in the room. If you look at them, they all look like James. Oh, interesting. Did they?
I'm dead and I'm only 33. Please say I can change this. Please say I can change it.
Change your ways, Charlie.
Please
Change
hold.
your ways. I mean, this is Time Wisp for sure. I don't know if I thought the bodies, because we did look at the bodies in the freezer with Eddie, and none of them had blonde hair. They did have similar hair, but they all had like dark hair. I guess they were kind of dressed a little bit similarly. Most of the corpses are based on James's model. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Seems like a time loop thing, and he's been there much longer than we thought. Maybe he's been there for 3 years. He's been, like, in the loop for 3 years, and that's why everyone's like, it's been 3 years. That would be really funny. Stuff like this is like... stuff like this is why Silent Hill is such a fucking incredible. The fact that we can, like, weeks later still be kind of, like, trying to parse the meaning and intentionality of it, and being able to do things like in a video, like, because, like, that's a harder thing to do in a movie, right? Like, you could have all those bodies being played by your main character and have there something there, but, like, if it was a choice based on wanting those bodies to be based on James, if that was a choice that they made with that model, that's really interesting. But it could also have just been, like, a good way of making a lot of bodies, you know? Because, like, sometimes in video games, you use the same painting 4 times because you need to fill out the space. It's possible that they just needed a corpse to fill out the space and they had James's body model. But it could have been, like, a choice trying to imply things about that moment. And stuff like that is so hard to parse, but it's so fun. Video games are so fun. Time wisps are a subspecies of wisp. This is what I think. Yeah, he went in time. He went back in time. I'm just going for it. This man saw his future, and he died at age 33, probably of lung cancer. This is my guess. I think he's a smoker. I think the change his ways is that he has to quit smoking. Yeah, tofu noodles. That's a really good analogy. And it's like, sometimes you just need the same actor. But sometimes it is like a choice, a thoughtful choice. Apparently the code reads, you've been here for 2 decades. Change your ways, James Sunderland. Change your ways.
Some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its misery? It's been screaming like hell for the past hour, and I'm far too squeamish to go look at it or touch it myself. My son is only 10 years old, and he's very worried about the poor thing, so please hurry.
The mayor? The mayor, I'm thinking?
Please hold.
No, Zixurgen and Cesius Blue are right. It's a Hormst. It is a Hormst for sure. Let's listen to the audio of the Hormst.
There's some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its misery?
Oh, yeah.
It's been
Oh,
screaming.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the same hee-hawing, caterwauling, horse-a-walling. Wow, does the subtitles not know the word caterwauling? Okay, it does. I just didn't say it right. The mayor. The mayor. Oh, Cactus Corp, that's a good point. It could have been a nod to Silent Hill 2 being 20 years old. Other people believe James has been in Silent Hill in a time loop secure scenario for 2 decades. Possible.
Ugh, I think Betty's cat is on the prowl. I need someone to come put that beast down. First, Betty doesn't show up to the PTA meeting this week, and now it seems her cat is on the loose again, leaving its disgusting feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches.
Holly, what the fuck? You can't call us and tell us to kill your neighbor's cat. Holly, what the fuck?
Please hold.
I think this is a false caroler, and I think this false caroler should eat a Holly. It's on the prowl. Disgusting feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches. I think this is a false caroler. Should report it wrong? No, we have to help. No, we have to help her. She's a bad person, but we have to help. This is our job. I take my home safety hotline responsibilities very seriously. I don't think it's the Yule Cat. I do think it's false carol. The fistfuls of feathers. Sounds of singing. I mean, there is no sounds of singing. But the Yule Cat. Sounds of hissing, growling, large paw prints, missing clothes. No, I think it's a false caroler. I also wish it were a Yule Cat. Do you think the Yule Cats ever eat the false carolers? They've got to. The false carolers, it specifically says that they're draped in many layers of clothing. I love the idea of fae on fae combat. I think that's really funny. All right. I feel good about this. Yeah, the ecosystem. I like thinking about the ecosystem of these creatures. I love the idea of looking out and seeing a false caroler giant crow on my doorstep and being like, what the fuck is that? And then out of nowhere, a giant cat leaps and eats it. Just like leaps over my doorstep, picks it up in its teeth and runs away. It's just like, I applaud. For more of this concept, listen to Actual Play Podcast BCBP in your favorite podcast app.
In our house. I keep finding this nasty
Hey, Sarah.
kind of thick slime residue near the air vent, and I think it's scaring the pets. Our poor cat hasn't wanted to come back inside yet, so I need this fixed as soon as possible.
Lussy, 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 Lussy.
Please hold.
Lussy, 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 Lussy. Quite hazardous to any humans or pets. I hope his cat is still alive. Poor cat hasn't wanted to come back inside. Yeah, I think the cat's fine, but I think Rhonda's like, aw shit. Yeah, it's gotta be a Lussy. It's gotta be a Lussy. No mice this round? Mice do become more of a problem in winter. We can look up which entries are by Val in the credits. When I looked at them, I looked at the names. I was trying to not get spoiled for the for the creatures. It would be so funny to get an all mice round. It would be incredible.
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
Please hold.
It's probably fine. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. It's probably just an avalanche though, huh? Well, I mean, it could be a mountain warlock, but come on. It's just an avalanche. I'm sorry about it, Kim. We'll try to dig you out, but... Could have been mice. That one could have been mice.
The doctors told me to call here. I think I caught some kind of dog disease. My neighbor's freak dog sneezed on me or something, and now it's growing on me. I can feel it underneath my skin, this horrid little bump forming. It's hurting very badly. Please, can you tell me what to do?
It's just a pimple.
Please hold.
You're gonna be fine. Don't pop it. Just let it grow. It'll go down when it's done. Red nose, red nose, red nose. I think it's red nose. I don't think it's the fur thing. I think it's this. This is definitely less horrifying. It's still pretty fucked up. I wouldn't want either, but if I had to choose, I would choose red nose. Yeah, he's going full Rudolph. Never go full Rudolph. That's my recommendation. Why would you not say it's on your nose? Embarrassed? If you had to call into a helpline for a weird bump, would you say, hey, it looks like I'm growing a giant red clown nose on my nose? Like, would you... Busted! Busted! Really funny.
Someone is coming into my home. Your security cameras broke on me, so I can't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit. Do you have some kind of policy compensating your customers for selling them faulty equipment?
Okay, so some clothing was stolen. Shoes squeaking.
Please hold.
I think this is a Yule creature. Maybe. It would be really funny if this was mice, and the mice crawled into the Santa suit and wore it on out. Oh yeah, Yule cats, that was what I was trying to think of. It could be, because the Yule cats eat clothes. Feed primarily on textiles and fabric. Hissing, growling, or large, so not squeaking really. The Yule men often report broken windows, stolen food, clattering or giggling. Yeah, I guess they don't really... Not a singing foundation, not red nose. Probably not pine sprites. Is the Santa outfit a red herring? I mean, it's a red outfit. Is that the same thing? Memory Wisp, Mare, Lussy. Hans? What did you do, Hans? Not really. Well, no, not really. This is tricky. Yeah, it's tricky because the Yule cat, the Santa thing feels like it's leaning towards a Yule cat, but there was nothing else that indicated that, and there's no real squeaking. Is there anything that causes cameras to break down? Not increased heat, not antler growth, not avalanche, not a clutch, not dwarves, not elves, not false caroler, not forgotten boggart, not frost wisp. Probably not Hans. Does the Mountain Warlock steal pants? No. Red nose, singing foundation, snow golems. Mouse chewing the cords? Someone is coming to my house. Your security cameras broke on me, so I couldn't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage. What is a night gnome? Hold on. This implies that it's not visible, but it's audible. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit. So there's no visual, but there is audio? Enter the sleeping quarters of humans to watch them sleep for the night gnome. Yeah, what about the laundry gnome? Report loud rattling or banging, not really squeaking. I think if mouse chewed through the cords, you wouldn't get audio. You would get nothing. When they came in to steal, I mean, something stole his Santa outfit, and I just don't think mice would do that. Mice have a lot of respect for property ownership. They're squatters. Don't get me wrong. Mice will squat. And they will eat your food. But they won't just, like, steal your pants. I mean, Yule cats seem to be largely outdoors. There's no indication that they come inside. You want to hear the Yule cat again? Nya. Nya, 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 nya. Kitten. I do like the idea of a Yule kitten. It's just, it's like, it's one of those like real like scrawny, weirdly puffy kittens with like the triangle tail, but it's big. Broken windows, stolen foods. I mean, but they don't really steal clothing. This is a hard one. The rest of the ones this round have been pretty straightforward, it feels like. I am wondering if this is a non-seasonal one. But I don't remember any of the well, missing or stolen household objects. Clattering noises at night. I don't know what would be not visible but audible. Oh, little common hob is so cute. What's the here? We can listen to the dialogue again.
Someone is coming into my home. Your security cameras broke on me, so I can't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit. Do you have some kind of policy compensating your customers for selling them faulty equipment?
I mean, you got to be wary about carbon monoxide, so. Is the Hans a diehard thing? That would be really, really funny, but I don't know. I don't know. You think broken electronics are the key? It's tricky because it does... It's hard because if there's no visible element, but there is an audio element, it means that it's probably not that the camera's broken. I mean, it's broken in some way, but I do think it's possible that it's just like an invisible thing. Strange markings, fake sound of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. You say mice? Too small to be seen, only hear the squeaks. Then who took the fucking Santa suit? Wait, does it say anything under mice about them loving to eat Santa suits? Because that would actually be... No, I don't see anything like that. You have a cat purring on your shoulder. You're so lucky. No, not pine, not pipe. This is a really hard one. I mean... yeah, the mice are just like regular mice. The mice are just mice. Maybe he lost the Santa suit. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to indicate that it is a Yule cat. I am leaning towards mice. Could be memory related. I don't know if we have anything that really... There are ones that affect memory. I don't remember what they are. Maybe memory wisps. This note has been here for like a year, so I don't think they're ever updating it. Often report missing pictures, photo albums, inability to remember the face of loved ones. No, I don't think it's quite this. Oh, this is hard. Santa's not on the list yet, I supplied. We do have a space where it will go alphabetically, potentially. You think Santa lost his pants and broke into this fool's house and stole his Santa outfit? We're edging increasingly close to more Tim Allen territory with the Santa Claus. So if I remember right, at the beginning of that movie, Tim Allen murders Santa and then strips his body of the Santa outfit, and that's how he becomes Santa. It's been a minute since I watched it. Pretty sure that's how it goes. He's like, I've got to get this outfit off while it's still warm. He really emphasized that. He's like, it's still warm. It's still warm. I have to get the body off while it's still warm. I don't think the body disappeared. I thought he just left it on the front lawn and it sort of got snowed over. Because there was that after credits scene in the movie where it was like late spring and the snow finally melted and then they found the body. Because I always thought that was weird that was an after credits scene because it really sets up the whole plot for the Santa Claus 2 where he has to go to trial. And it's like, if you didn't stay through the credits and watch that after credits scene, like, how are you even supposed to know why Santa is going to prison, right? Because it was because the Santa Claus 2 was a remake of A Miracle on 34th Street, which, if you remember, was that movie. It was a movie like in the 30s or 40s, maybe 50s. I guess it was an older movie. Miracle on 34th Street was about Santa going to trial for murdering somebody. So, and the Santa Claus 2, and it's weird to make the second movie in a series a remake of an older movie, but the Santa Claus movies were so weird. They were really avant-garde, and they really went for it. Some of Tim Allen's best and least narc-based work. I don't know what this one is. I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted talking about the Santa Claus, my favorite winter-based court series. My thoughts on the third one. I saw the third one when it came out. I saw it in theaters, obviously, and I really liked the sort of send-up of God, what's that movie? Shawshank Redemption. I liked the Shawshank Redemption they did. I thought the arc with the elf going to the electric chair was really bold and moving and really shined a light on this country's weird relationship with imprisonment. I didn't love Tim Allen's performance in that, but it was fine. The Red and Green Mile? Fuck. Hobbs, that was such a better pull. Shit. Fuck. Hobbs. That was really good. The Red and Green Miles really is actually really good. I feel more able to talk about the Santa Claus and the weird Santa Claus oeuvre, knowing that Tool Time Redeem isn't there. Is there a fourth to Santa Claus movie? The Santa Claus? It's what's weird to me is like people watch the first movie and they're like Santa Claus. It's a pun. Claus is a pun because it is not CLAUS. It is CLAUSE. And I think people when they only watch the first one are like, oh, it's Santa Claus because he was tricked into becoming Santa when he put on Santa's still warm Santa outfit from his corpse. That's true for the first one, but then as they continue to dig into the like legal proceedings of the North Pole, the fact that it's called the Claus really like it starts to hit home, I think, a lot more. Did they make a fourth one? I think it looks like they just made 3. So Santa Claus the franchise. Oh yeah, they only made 3. Honestly, I'm shocked. I really... Oh my god, wait, there is a short film, True Confessions of the Legendary Figures 2003, released on the Santa Claus 2 home media. The 3-minute and 30-second short film is a mockumentary interview with Father Time, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Cupid, Sandman, and Mother Nature. The actors reprised their roles for the film. Sorry, Snake Lady is saying troll. I assume you're saying that you think this creature is a troll and you're not saying that I'm trolling. Because I would never. There was a Santa Claus TV show? Wow, somebody needs to update the Wikipedia. Oh, no, it's here. I didn't scroll down far enough. In January 2022. Did this actually happen? Oh my god. And Tim Allen is in it. It released 2022, and I guess it hasn't been canceled yet. It is still extant. Snake Lady, you don't say. You don't say it was bad. I'm shocked to hear it. Yeah, it has 2 seasons so far. The last one released 2023. Maybe there will be a new one this year. I'm not gonna watch this. It looks bad. It doesn't look good. I still don't know what the fuck this is. Well, oh no, you're okay. Homeowners infest a troll with frequent report missing clothes. Able to hear the shrill sounds of air escaping. Okay, genuinely non-zero chance. Snake Lady, were you calling me a troll, or were you saying that you think the troll is what this creature is? Because I think you're both... I think you're right both ways. I think, yeah, let's do a troll. It does kind of sound like it fits. And I don't have a better option. It's so funny that the answer to that one was troll. While I was saying all those very true things about the Santa Claus. Oh, wahundo! Another one hundo! It was a troll. Okay, thank you, Snake Lady. Whether you were calling me a troll or saying it was a troll. Either way. Perfect run. Best holiday gamer. It helps that there's like a hive mind of people helping. So thank you, chat. Hey, it's Rodney. Heads up. In my heart, it was both. Thank you, Snake Lady. I don't know if you've heard already, but the pest control department has been panicking and sending out vans all morning. I think something big might be going down. I know you already have a lot on your plate, so I figured I'd give you a heads up. Also, happy Christmas Eve. Hope you've been good this year. How's the Twilight Report going? Bad. Moderate to high. Cheer levels should be closely monitored. There you go. Hobbs, I think that's what the Twilight Report is. I think that's what the Twilight is. What if the Aurora Borealis, what if that bit is a counter-mimetic measure so that if you saw Aurora Borealis in your kitchen, you wouldn't panic and be stressed out. You would be like, hey, it's like that meme. Like, think about the layers. We're so many layers deep. Carol, call me Carol. What if I got called by a false Carol? End of sentence.
Hudson here, HSH Pest Control. Listen up. The Mouse King is loose, and it's our understanding he means to stir up trouble of the Yuletide variety. My boys are working around the clock to find him and stop him in his tracks before things get too hairy, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. Little things, if you get my meaning. If you hear anything strange, let us know as soon as you can. There's new data coming your way. Read it carefully. Keep those eyes peeled. Hudson out.
Hudson, thank you for your call. I miss Carol. But I'm so happy to have met Hudson fighting the Mouse King. I'm ecstatic that the Mouse King is in this. Oh, a belsnickel. A belsnickel is a human-sized pine-based life form that is known to visit on winter nights adorned in animal furs and a wooden mask bearing a friendly visage. Homeowners experiencing a belsnickel often report break-ins, finding berries, sap, pine needles. I'm reading here, God, okay.
We need someone to come check our house for damage. I think I felt an earthquake last night. And this morning, I noticed those godless Hendersons across the street crying about something with the police. So I'm fairly sure whatever happened must have been enough to damage our property.
They were crying with the police?
Please hold.
I don't think you normally cry to the police when you have structural house damage. All right, no, we'll read through these things first. Okay. Pine needles or scratch marks on the floor or dead pets. Belsnickels do not pose any mortal harm to humans they encounter, but they are known to occasionally lash out at those they perceive as wrongdoers. Their presence can be highly hazardous to any furry mammals or pets in the house should they require more pelts. The berries they occasionally leave behind, are both safe to eat and delicious. That's fun. That's awesome. Belsnickels will usually pass through a home and move on to others by the end of a single night. Multiple visits to a single home are rare, but more persistent visitations may be a sign of troublesome moral activities occurring inside the home. Would you eat the Belsnickel berry? Chat, don't lie. Would you eat the Belsnickel berry? Aw, a gift hag. The gift hag is a humanoid creature somewhat resembling an elderly human woman with a smiling face covered in soot or soil. Chat. Hell yeah, chat. I don't think there's a need for a poll. All y'all are freaky. It is known to quietly slip into homes during the winter and often leaves behind trinkets such as makeshift dolls, wooden idols, or sharp twigs and rocks. The gift hag and its gifts are mostly harmless to human, though careless play with sharp rocks and twigs can often result in human children injuring themselves. If homeowners wish to keep the gift hag from entering their home during winter, they may choose to close off the access to the home's chimney. Sounds fine. Pumpkin Panda, thank you for the Prime subscribe. The Hunt. The Hunt is a storm-like fungal weather phenomenon that carries with it large quantities of infectious snow-like spores. Hi, Pumpkin Panda. Is your name like Pumpkin? Is that what it's supposed to? Or unrelated, you just like punks and pandas? Homeowners caught in the Hunt commonly report thunders, blizzards, electrical outages, and violent or erratic behaviors from neighbors. You were in a punk band, okay. And your nickname is Panda. Well, there you go. A hunt's powerful winds can often cause trees to break or fall, which can lead to dangers such as property damage, electrical outages, or fires. The hunt's spores, if ingested, can cause unpredictable and hazardous symptoms in humans such as color blindness, physical deformities, and cannibalistic desires. Okay. Storm-like fungal weather phenomenon. Snow-like spores. It's pretty good. If the hunt is expected to pass through one's neighborhood, homeowners can take measures to keep themselves safe by quarantining in a basement, cellar, or other underground cellar until the storm and ensuing panic passes. It is advisable to keep an emergency supply of food, medicine, and water stocked for such an occasion. Awesome. Really good. You do like pumpkins, but unrelated. All right. The locomotive is a large, segmented, train-like organism that can only be seen by animals and human children. It is known only to appear after nightfall. After the 21st of December, homeowners affected by the locomotive often report the floor rumbling at night, distant whistling, snow falling in strange patterns, or missing children. Oh, I do wonder if that happened, if this is what has happened. Because floor rumbling at night. The locomotive is harmless. The sort of thing that might happen at a spooky picnic. The locomotive is harmless to human adults, but can provide particularly harmful or even fatal human children if they choose to enter its domain. Children bearing sufficient faith are known to return the following morning, however. They're godless. The Hendersons are godless. Their child got on a train to nowhere. There is no known solution for removing the locomotive from an occupied area where it has stopped. However, the locomotive only remains in one location after a few minutes at a time to attract its prey before it will move on to other territory on its own. To prevent harm, children and pets should be supervised or kept indoors. I know, Tofu Noodle, they're godless. Oh my god, the Mouse King. Well, hold on. We need somebody to check out. I think I felt an earthquake last night. And this morning, I noticed those godless Hendersons crying about something with the police. You don't cry to the police about home damage. I guess this got to be the locomotive. But the snow spores. I love the snow spore snake lady. I think it would happen at a spooky picnic, but it'd be kind of a downer. Oh no, it's so cute. They once again picked the most adorable picture of a mouse I've ever seen. It's just a little guy. The Mouse King is a prominent member of a traitorous clan of mice known for recruiting and leading them into nefarious activities such as riots, heists, and assassinations. Homeowners with the Mouse King often report sounds of squeaking, scratching, and seeing strange mice behavior such as mass coordination or attempts at communication. The Mouse King poses an incredible threat to all living things, and its destruction should be immediately prioritized. Oh no, but it's so cute. The Mouse King should be stopped at all costs by any means necessary. Homeowners are highly encouraged to use lethal removal methods, including but not limited to mouse traps, toxic sprays, sharp implements, or any licensed firearms. If homeowners will not oblige, they are advised to utilize the pest service. That's so funny. Geosty, you make a great point. Yeah, in the base game, there was a character. It's been so long. Had he been turned into a mouse, right? And he was communicating to us. I think he was communicating to us through email, but he was either a human got turned into a mouse, or he had been turned into a mouse before the start of the game. I don't super remember, but I do remember there being a lot of emails being like, if you see a mouse, kill it. The implication that the Mouse King is that character from the first game, the base game, rising up, is fucking spectacular. Laughing Crow, I wouldn't know I'm too good a gamer. I'm too good a gamer, so I was promoted. So I don't know. Oh my god, Perchta. Olivia, thank you for the resubscribe. I don't think this is the same Perchta from Pentiment. So... Perchta is a large humanoid creature vaguely resembling an elderly human woman with a beak-like nose and long sheet-like skin. Perchta is known for entering homes full of refuse, chaos, and filth. Homeowners experiencing Perchta often report break-ins, nightly sounds of clattering, and shed skin on the floors. Perchta is incredibly dangerous to homeowners inhabiting its chosen domains, as it will often utilize nearby humans as makeshift scarecrows to keep other pests at bay. Most human adults do not usually survive this process. The implication that you might is pretty upsetting. Perchta cannot be easily or safely removed from a home, it has claimed, so it is advisable for homeowners to immediately evacuate the premise if Perchta is suspected to be present. Homeowners are advised to prevent Perchta from being attracted to their homes in the first place by keeping everything clean and free of filth. Oh, wait. The saint could be Saint Nicholas. Yes! When I was in Italy last year, I saw a lot of artwork about St. Nicholas, like the OG saint. And I was really pleased to hear that his saint story was that he, there was a poor family of 3 daughters. And the father was like, we're poor, we need to eat, I'm going to sell one of you into prostitution. And St. Nicholas, I guess, heard this and was like, I have to intervene. So he threw a golden ball in their window, and they were able to use that golden ball to feed themselves and prevent that. And then that basically happened 3 times. And after 3 times, they were able to just sustain themselves. But mix this up. Yeah, it is fascinating that, this is the origin, I guess, of, the gift giving, of him just, please don't sell your daughter into sex work. That's fucked up. Have a golden ball instead. And just that's just a wild origin to the concept that we have now. Yeah, when you got a bunch of golden balls, what else are you going to do with it? Okay, then which saint resurrects children who drowned in barrels? Geostai, I have no idea. Could have thrown 3 from the start. That's so true. I have no additional follow-up information about St. Nicholas, just that there's a lot of incredible art in Italy about this legend that I really enjoy. The saint is a warlock, sometimes resembling a bearded elderly human male adorned in thick robes, often seen riding a pale horse-like creature. The saint is known for traveling through snowstorms at night, leaving strange artifacts on the doorstep of homeowners. Often the saint's arrival is followed by the sinner shortly afterwards. Krampus, 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 Krampus. The acceptance of the artifacts granted by the saint by bringing them within one's home can often result in the gift receiver experiencing great fortune and luck for a span of 30 years. Fuck yeah. After the 30-year period, the saint will return to collect their due. It is not advisable to accept these gifts. I already failed this test. Failed this test. While the saint cannot be prevented from delivering their gifts, homeowners can simply remove the gifts from their doorstep and burn them outdoors to prevent accidental acceptance. It is, however, highly advisable to wait until the morning after the following day to remove these gifts. Fucking funny. And then followed up by the saint. Oh, shit, yeah, Krampus. The sinner is a large bipedal goat-like creature known for breaking into homes and devouring human children, usually arriving after a snowstorm has passed. Homeowners often report the sounds of chains or hooves, broken doors or windows, and missing children. The sinner is highly dangerous to human children that cross his path and is known to ravenously attempt to devour them on sight. Human adults that are too large to eat are not usually at risk unless they attempt to come between the sinner and its feast. The sinner will not enter the homes of those with a gift from Santa at their doorstep. As such, it is highly advised not to remove these gifts on the night of a snowstorm. The saint will continue to move from home to home once it has successfully fed. And then a white. Whites are misshaped former humans that have been exposed to effects of the hunt, coming in a variety of unfortunately body configurations. Whites are known for their wild and unpredictable violent behavior. Homeowners experience whites often report sounds of gurgling, quaffing, or hacking. Whites are highly dangerous and will attempt to bite or otherwise harm most humans and animals on sight. Their relative speed and strength can widely vary, though most direct encounters are fatal. Whites generally have very short lifespans and will often perish on their own, usually within 48 hours of medical disadvantages. From medical disadvantages granted to them by their particular body configuration. More persistent whites can be removed by the use of any nearby sharp implement, licensed firearms, or through HSH's pest control services. Boom. Okay. All right. Well, this one is definitely the train one. What was the train one? The locomotive. Okay. Oh, I just hit my footstool. Geos die, I wouldn't, honestly. I think you're probably right. Or a flamethrower, maybe.
I have been robbed. Someone broke into my house and completely cleaned out the fridge and cabinets last night. There's wine all over my floors, discarded milk jugs. It's absolutely disgusting. I demand a refund for this useless home security package you people sold me. It's only good for hearing thieves cackle after the fact.
Please hold.
So my instinct is the mare, right? The mare kind of cackles. Wailing, screeching, or singing. Been known to consume large amounts. You think it's the Yulemen? Do the Yulemen eat stuff? I don't really think this is their MO. Well, okay, stolen food. Broken windows, stolen food, sounds of clattering or giggling. Yeah, okay, yeah, it might be the Yulemen. Yeah, I mean, there's no indication that Nick let anything inside, as you would with the mare. Percha does like a mess, but I don't think she causes a mess. I think she's called by them. Yeah, you know, I do think it's I think it is the Yulemen. Raccoon? Yeah, okay. Well, we don't have an audio sample. Nick didn't give us an audio sample. Yeah, okay. I think Yulemen is a good read. I cannot remember if I can stop midday. We are up on our time. But I genuinely can't remember if I can just stop. Maybe we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. I mean, it does mean we'll only have one day. Hobbs. No, it's fine. I've got nothing going on.
My cornflakes. It's in the ceiling. It's in my coffee. God, it's in the wallpaper. Oh, please, make it go away. Make this
Please hold.
I do think it's the Yule Goat. I do think it must be the Yule Goat. Shapes, although prolonged presence can cause paranoia or sleep deprivation. I think it's got to be the Yule Goat. I don't know if I think any of the rest of these necessarily stand out, because there's no like yellow wallpaper creature. I think it's Yule Goat. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, demon. I think it tracks. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with it's in the ceiling, it's in my coffee, it's in the wallpaper. Please make it go away. Yeah, I don't know what else it could be. I think it's got to be the Yule Goat. I mean, we're crushing it. 100%. Full cheer level. The Twilight ain't gonna get us. Not this DLC. I'm expecting that to be the, like, ramp up. The punishment if you do poorly.
Everything is shaking! Please, send help!
Please hold.
Please hold.
Everything is shaking. We've already had an avalanche. She didn't say there was necessarily an avalanche. Probably not black mold. This is hard. This is so ambiguous. Everything is shaking. Please help, oh God. Feelings of instability and not really sinking. This feels like a very dramatic... Might be a mountain warlock. Homeowners often report echo, rumbling, shaking, or occasional avalanches. Oh, is earthquake an option? We are not timed to know. Is earthquake an option? No. I think there is a house sinking one, yeah. The cloche causes house to sink. But I don't think she's really describing sinking. Like, she is describing rumbling, which does make me think it's the mountain warlock. It did sound like an avalanche.
Everything is shaking! Please, send help!
Singing foundation. Can lead to homes becoming damaged over time, or eventually sinking and collapsing entirely. This seems very sudden to me, which makes me think it's the mountain warlock. Is the mountain warlock the Grinch? I hadn't thought about it like that, but kinda, yeah. But this is... I don't think it's this. Because it sounds very sudden, which makes me think... Like, I think the sinking foundation is sort of an over time, and it can escalate quite suddenly. I think this is a mountain warlock. Echoes, rumbling, shaking, or occasional avalanches.
Everything is shaking! Please, send help!
I think I'm gonna go mountain warlock. The mountain warlock sound. Do we want to do a prediction? Can we hear the avalanche sound? Yes. All right, I'm starting a prediction. Oh, galumper. Maybe that's what I'll have for lunch. Because that sounds really good. All right, there's a prediction up. I put it up for 1 minute so you can predict. I put up Mountain Warlock, Sinking Foundation, Avalanche, or a fourth thing that we have not mentioned.
Everything is sinking! Please, send help!
15 seconds. I mean, it does say shaking thunderous sounds coming from above or sudden burials. So it's not a bad bet. The only reason I think it's not avalanche is that we've already had one. And he was like, it's an avalanche. And she doesn't say anything like this is an avalanche. And so... how are we going to know? I guess we can look it up. No chanting. Well, you know, it's a good point.
Everything is sinking! Please, send help!
I don't know if the chanting would be audible. I mean, you're right that her audio doesn't have any incantations, but I do feel like if you're in an avalanche, you look out the window and you see it's an avalanche, and that's what you report. This is a hard one. This is a hard one.
Everything is sinking! Please, send help!
Yeah, it's a hard one. The cloche is it's like a sinkhole. Well, like a sinkhole. Giozai, you don't think avalanche, but I can see that you didn't put in a prediction, so... I think I'm gonna go Mountain Warlock. Ooh. I'm on the fence on this. Well... This is tricky because there's the same amount of evidence positive that it's a warlock or an avalanche. And there's an equal amount of negative. There's no earthquake option. There's an equal amount of negatives that it's an avalanche or a warlock. Because we don't hear any sounds about it. There's also there's nothing that specifically points towards avalanche. The evidence that points towards avalanche is the same evidence that points towards warlock. The lack of chanting is getting me. The lack of chanting is curious. I think I'm gonna go for it. Uh-oh. Oh, that was wrong. It probably was avalanche. Damn. It must have actually been an avalanche, and that's why we got dinged. I'm gonna double check online.
Hudson here. Pay attention. I've got word from the boys that the Mouse King was last seen wearing a disguise. I repeat, the Mouse King has gone incognito. Be on the lookout for any conspicuous individuals of a rodent-adjacent variety. Hudson out.
I'm looking online. It was avalanche. I'll pay out all the avalanche folks. Wow, some big spenders on that one. Okay. The Mouse King has gone incognito. That's so fucking funny. Be on the lookout for any conspicuous individuals of a rodent-adjacent variety. I was trying to remember if we said mice stole the Santa outfit, but I don't think we did. I think trolls stole it. I just hope the Mouse King has gone undercover as Santa. Mountain Warlock, you done me dirty.
Hey, I think some kind of wild animal's in my house. Our poor wooden floors are scratched to hell and back, and there's a bunch of sap and needles and stuff littered around the place. Please, could you send somebody over to find this thing and get it the hell out of my place? Hey, sit quiet, boy. Sit down, hey!
Belschnickel.
Please hold.
I think it's a Belschnickel. Yeah, sap, pine needles, scratch marks on the floor, and a harm to pets. I think this is a slam dunk. I'm not even gonna fuck around. That's a Belschnickel for sure. For sure, that's a Belschnickel. Never seen a Belschnickel I was more sure of. Yeah, this is the DLC. It's seasonal winter holiday DLC. Belschnickel. It's Kathy again. Oh. She was still alive. Yeah, I fucked up. But she was still alive. Maybe. I suppose. Thank you. She'll be fine. Listen, the solution for a mountain man causing an avalanche and an avalanche causing an avalanche is the same. You send somebody to take them out.
Please, you have to help me. I think my husband has joined some kind of cult. He's not acting like himself lately, and I found what looked like satanic symbols in the attic, along with what looked like a scarecrow in the center.
Wait, okay.
Please hold.
Scarecrow made me think of Pekcha, but I don't actually think this is her. Something made a scarecrow? Oh, a Hans might be a good bet. I don't think it's Percha. Percha makes... I think this woman would know if she saw a scarecrow that was made out of a human. Cloth rag straw. Sneaks into rich people's houses. Occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. Occupied humans might commit acts they're not prone to. This is a sound bet, but I'm not positive. So the husband's acting weird. Satanic symbols in the attic. Okay, you're right. It does say strange markings. And a scarecrow. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that makes people act crazy in this game. But yeah, I do think it's gotta be Hans. Saint Sinner, Snow Golem, Sugar Wisps. Yeah, I think it has to be Hans. I can't imagine it's any of these other ones. Hans! My little boy Hans! Bye, Ardently L. Yeah, I didn't get anyone murdered this time. That's a good job.
Our house is falling apart. The floorboards are cracking, the doors aren't closing properly, and nothing is draining anymore.
Sinkhole, sinkhole,
Something strange is
sinkhole.
happening, and I suspect it has something to do with my neighbor's renovation project. I've been seeing people hauling around giant rocks all week. Who knows if they damaged something on my property?
Please hold.
Okay. My instinct is sinking foundation. Things not draining right, cracks and stuff. I do want to check on dwarves though, because the large rock thing kind of threw me for a loop at the end. Brewing activities can cause foundational problems. No, I do think it's sinking foundation. Oh, you think cloche? Oh. Nothing's draining properly. Something very strange is happening. Expect it has to do with renovation. I've been seeing people hauling around giant rocks all week. I don't... These just appear, though. She's specifically saying that she's seeing people hauling rocks. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The cloche just sits there. Like, it says they're known to appear, so you don't, like, see people hauling them. Our advice to seek the eggs of the one conducting the cloche. Well, okay, the ones conducting the cloche does imply, yeah. That's tricky. That's tricky. Okay, I think it has to be either cloche or sinking foundation. The fact that it does give us this extra clue about the rocks. I am leaning cloche. Known to appear around homes. Floorboards are cracking, doors aren't closing properly, nothing drains anymore. Something very strange is happening. I've seen people hauling around giant rocks all week. Who knows if they damaged something on my property? I mean, you can tell it's Faye because no fucking construction worker is working on Christmas Eve. Except maybe my dad. But probably only on personal projects. Like... I think I'm gonna go cloche. Should I make another prediction? Oh god, it's already 12:30. No, we're just gonna go cloche. I feel boldly that it is cloche. The rocks are so difficult. Okay. I guess I was right. Yeah, you Galumper, yeah, your cheer level drops and there's like a visual effect when you have failed.
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no-good Derricksons. They've always been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. Oh, well, rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. I found poor little postman Peter collapsing pieces on the floor, right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. The police won't do anything. Can you come and perform a citizen's arrest?
This is a fae. Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, so somebody broke in, destroyed their gingerbread post office, but they didn't eat it. Next to a big hole with the burned remains, collapsed on the floor, in pieces on the floor in the yard. Next to a big hole with the burned remains of the post office inside? What the fuck?
Please hold.
Lady, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. Is it the Mice King, do we think? I think it's probably the Mice King, right? If you know the answer, please don't say it. It might be the Mice King starting to start shit, you know? Thank you, Mix Us Up. Known to cause fires or electrical shortages. Well, these are in trees, though. Oh man, I hate to leave without guessing this one, but I feel like this one's going to take a lot of time to get into. So, we might have to stop here. Wait, how many? Oh, eye supply. That's a good question. It doesn't say how long. I know it's those no good. They've always been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. It's not a bad guess, but I don't know. Yeah, what would put a gingerbread house outside in a hole on fire? It's a great question. It's, you know, it's what the people really want to know. What happens if I close out? Progress will be lost. God. Fine. All right. It's not Yule Goat. Could it be Yuleman? Not impossible, but not likely. This might be another one where it's not a winter creature. Well, let's look at the winter creature first. Avoiding bears, that does make me feel better. That makes me feel good. Time wisps, probably not. Sugar wisps, probably not. Snow golems, unlikely. They don't like fire. Probably not that. Probably not sinking foundation. Well, okay. Because this does say burn the presents, but I don't think that's quite, it's not quite right. It's just not quite right. Not the pine sprites. Probably not Perchta. Probably not the ogress. Probably not the Mouse King. Probably not the Mountain Warlock. The mare does have to do with food. I just don't think it's that. I don't think it's the Lussie. I don't think it's the locomotive. It's probably not the hunt. I don't think it's Hans. I mean, Hans can cause people to commit arson. But this is so weird. This is such a weird one. Yeah, you have to let the mare in and the mare would have eaten it, yeah. What false carolers do to people? Yeah, they just eat people. Elves cause immune disease. Dwarves don't really do much like this. Not the Cloche. Probably not the Belschnickel. What you got going on? Probably not antler growth. Probably not avalanches. This is hard. This is a hard one. All right, we're going to start looking at ones that are not the Christmas ones, especially. Somebody stole our common action. They're always been jealous of us taking the gingerbread award. Rather than improve their own skills, they broke into our home last night, steal our post office. Found it collapsed on the floor in the yard next to a big hole with the burned remains. A big hole. Is it a sinking foundation, but it's the foundation of the post office and not the house? Is there a chance, chat? Not a bedhead. No, not probably not a closet labyrinth. What about the Hobbs? They clean things. I think that's fine. Most artifact. Frost. Frozen pipes. Stolen household objects in the animation one, yeah. That's an option, but it's like... Did the gingerbread postman steal and burn down his own gingerbread office? That would be so funny. Holy shit, that would be incredible. Commonly reported clattering noises, missing or stolen household objects. That would be really funny, but it does feel like a couple steps away. It's not a bad option, though. Gift hag. Hans. Horde house fires. Again, house fires, a pretty funny option if it was just a post office, gingerbread post office house fire. What about Cobalt? What you got going on? They just hang out. Oh, lamp sprites do cause fires. Guys, a burning smell. Laundry gnome, locomotive. Mice. Could be mice. It could always be mice. Consider. Night gnome, ogress, percha, pipe hob. Reanimation. Saint the Sinner, Snow Golems, Sugar Wisp, Time Wisps, Twilight, Trash Gnome. I am increasingly think it could be animation. But it's weird that it was out in the lawn. It's weird that it was in a hole. Broken windows, stolen food, sounds of clattering or giggling, missing pets. It could just be the Yule Mint? No. Oh, this is so hard. I can't believe how hard this is. Always been jealous of taking the annual... Let's listen to it again.
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no-good Derricksons. They've always been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. Oh, rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. I found poor little postman Peter collapsed in pieces on the floor, right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. The police won't do anything. Can you come and perform a citizen's arrest?
I think we have to go to animation. I think this is a send-up of the Gingerbread Man. Missing or stolen household objects. This is my best guess. I think this is a reference to the Gingerbread Man, which is an iconic winter holiday sort of story. You think it was for real, the Derricksons? If there was a citizen arrest option, I would be very tempted to take. If there was a button that just said man's inhumanity to man, I would probably just press that. But I think I'm gonna go animation. Okay, I guess that was it. That was a hard one. But I do like how they integrated. I like that it wasn't the question was a holiday question, but the answer was a non-holiday answer, because a lot of these have been very broad questions and then specific holiday answers. So I like that inversion there.
I'm not sure who else to call about this, but something very weird is going on in our neighborhood. Some strange man in a large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing neighbors' doors carrying some kind of paper or notes. He hasn't come to my house yet, but I'm very afraid of what they might be up to. Pepper, stop scratching the door. He's going to think we're home.
Okay. Strange man in a large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing neighbors' doors, carrying some kind of paper or note. See, I was leaning towards false caroler. Many layers of clothing. Halloween mask. Going around door to door. Huh. And the cat wants to get him. Tell me why you think it Mouse King. Is it because of the costume? Because he's incognito? Yeah, carrying paper's weird and there is no singing. Those are both good points. You think he's like petitioning? You think the Mouse King is canvassing? You think the Mouse King is canvassing? He's got the mouse vote. He needs the human vote. It might be 30,000 mice in a trench coat, Galumfer. I think you might be right. The alternative in my mind is the carolers. What's the mountain warlock look like? Could he be petitioning? Could he be canvassing? Probably not. Ooh. Yeah, it could also be the Saint the Sinner. I don't think it's the Saint. I don't think you would say a Halloween mask if it was this motherfucker. Bipedal goat, known for breaking into houses. It feels unlikely. God, is it the Mouse King? When it said mass coordination or attempts at communication, I assumed within mice, but now I do think this is door-to-door campaigning. Ooh. I thought about the Bellschneckel, the wooden mask thing. I thought about that. But they don't really... It has a wooden mask, which does seem to me like Halloween mask does seem like it could be referencing that. But they really do more like break in rather than going door to door. Okay, I do think it's Mouse King, but now I do worry about narking on the Mouse King. This is the other thing. Do we narc on the Mouse King? I want to do good. I want to do a good job. I don't want the cheer to go down. Here's the other thing is I don't know if this game has multiple endings along this vector. I assume it has different endings based on your cheer level and how well you combat the Twilight. I don't know if this is just a sub-story or if this is going to have implications. I'm going to go for it. It was the Mouse King? That's so funny. Is this day still going? This day was too long. There should have been more days. If you can't like save and quit out of a day,
I need you to send out
it
someone
needs to be
change out
shorter.
our locks. My mother-in-law has finally gone far enough, and I've had it with her. I don't know how, but I think she's managed to get a copy of my key to come
And left
in
some dolls?
and leave these creepy little dolls for my kids at night.
We know who this
I saw
is.
that old bag myself on the security camera.
This motherfucker.
It's a bit fuzzy, but I can make out those crony old arms of hers.
Don't talk about old women that way. That sucks.
Please,
Crony old arms? Like you're such a catch, Porter? Okay, but yeah, it's definitely the gift hag. Slam dunk. Please be the end of the day. Hey! Accuracy 90%. Okay. I mean, technically accuracy. Now, I guess what that had to have been 10 entries then, and I got 1 out of 10 wrong. It was a lot of entries. I kind of wish there were just more days if you can't save between entries. All right. And that'll be the end of the stream. We've got 1 day left, so it's going to be, the next stream will be a shorter, we'll do this. We'll finish off the game Tuesday. Has Golden Idol 2 dropped yet? That's a great question. The next game up is What the Golf. So whenever we finish this, we will transition straight into What the Golf. Rise of the Golden Idol. Oh, it does drop the 12th. It drops on Tuesday. Ooh, I really want to live stream What the Golf. But it does drop on the stream day. Okay. We might stream the new Rise of the Golden Idol game. I guarantee we will eventually play What the Golf on stream. I keep putting it off, but I think it's going to be fucking funny and really fun to play on stream. So I'm not going to play it off stream, and I want to play it before the end of the year for Game of the Year stuff. So guaranteed, we are going to play What the Golf on stream. But we might do that Tuesday after we finish this game. But it might be. What the Car? Sorry, What the Car, not What the Golf. What the Car is the one that came out this year. Sorry. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. That's it for the stream. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good start of your week, and I'll see you Tuesday. Bye, everybody.